it's going to be harder to like try to like because like you're critiquing like the Christian God, but like a lot of your concepts of God, like stage one, like if we had more agreements on the stage one arguments, which I really think I was thinking we didn't have to go through it, but it seems like we would have to, because me and you don't have the same concept of God. So we can't even get to stage two arguing about Jesus until we get through stage one.
Listen, just really quick, I think I'm getting a little frustrated with the comments. If I am doing that bad and it's supposed to be just a conversation, then anybody else can take over.
Yeah. I just wanted to ask you about...
No, but don't worry about the comments. But yeah, like it's like a bunch of people.
Is it done as a solution to
Yeah, just ignore them. Just ignore them.
So that really don't really think like either one of you guys is like.
Wait, hold on. Everybody's talking at the same time. Just.
I just want to ask about a definition of sort of what multiple gods are. That's all. No, sorry.
Luffy is relatively on the same level as me, and I kind of got angry, so I am going to step back for a minute. Luffy, well, not on the same level. Luffy is much better explaining this, but has similar beliefs.
True.
I don't remember if like it's the exact same, but I can tell you my definition of how this works, and believe that like multiple gods can exist.
Wait, is this your argument, or like your actual argument, or like are you trying to adopt hers? So we have an understanding.
We have sure the same beliefs.
Yeah, we're both pagans, have similar beliefs, just like not the exact same. So if you want to talk about like multiple gods, so I believe that happens, and like we may have talked about it before, but otherwise May doesn't want to talk about it.
And let me be clear, May, because I didn't want that conversation to be very frustrated and pointed, like when people are trying to insult you. I am sorry about that. That should not be the case. This is not meant to be an insult. Me pressing back, I'm just pressing back just against your argument, not against you as a person.
I really appreciate you. Me and you should, I would love to continue the conversation between us at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. Alright, go ahead. Look, I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'm going to yell at Rachel in the comments. I also have to come on real quick. Give me 1 second.
Thank you, everybody. It's fine. I just got frustrated, and I don't like to debate frustrated because I don't do it.
Chill, thank God for these comments. Right, guys?
I just want to point out what Rachel was there. Like you said, which is like...
Can you say more for this again?
No. I just want to point out when Rachel was talking about the person.
say probability of this one versus this one, right? Yeah. Let's say get ready for later. Okay. So basically, what it's trying to say is the probability of A minus the probability of B, given that these are independent events, always be less than the probability of this, the probability of it, right? Yeah, that's just the one. Because think about it like this, like what's the probability of B to B? The way you say it's the probability is always here, so it's like it's not that. That's it. That's the issue that I have with it. If you look at appraisal, it's not that it doesn't necessarily it's the reason sure, but again, yeah, that's true. It's saying it's if you constellate like different types of entities, right? So based on this sentiment. Or I can notice that there is a bunch of like maybe the simplest explanation is that it rained, but that's not necessarily true. It could have been a number of things that obviously it's not necessarily true, but the probability that it rained is going to be greater than the probability of the non-rain hypothesis. Sure.
Yeah, like let's say, but look, if you say, like your ground is wet and there's 3 hypotheses. And whatever, yeah. Okay, and the first theory is it rained. Second theory is someone like watered your lawn or something. And then the third theory is an alien from another planet has superpowers came over your house and started pissing on your lawn. And I'm like, hey, and the third explanation, that's like way less probable to others because you're positing that an alien is like pretty much zero basis, a totally different quantic type, just came here and was like, yeah, let me piss on this. Like, that's so improbable. It reduces the probability.
Why is it?
The probability.
Because of
when I say improbable, I'm not saying impossible.
No, I know. It's because of the conjunction penalty. Let's just take the rain hypothesis, right? Under the rain hypothesis, what has to happen? It has to rain, right? So probability of rain, that's the only thing we're considering. Now, in this hypothesis, look at how many different things there has to be. 1, probability that aliens exist. 2, probability that aliens find out where Earth is. 3, probability that, aliens will have a mental state such that they want to perform action. 4, probability that aliens are capable. Like, you see the point? When you
aliens can piss.
But that was my point earlier about when you preload the naturalism being true.
That's not even against naturalism.
I know it's not. Listen, Lily, I've got there's a point I'm trying to make here. It doesn't always detail down to the exact line of what you're saying, okay? I'm saying that in these theories, as general, right? As a general rule, in a lot of these discussions, when you're already baking in a theory, right, that's already there in your priors, and then you are preloading, of course, once you do that, then you could gravitate. Well, I have less entities than classes. That's what I'm saying. It's so important to start even without as much as possible. No assumptions, no prior.
Yeah, I agree. That's why whenever you do like Bayesian statistics, that's why you always start off with like the purest form, right? So we would say probability of design versus non-design. That's 50-50. Those prior probabilities are 50-50. Yeah, you don't want to give now let's say there's a certain piece of evidence. Like, okay, let's take one piece of evidence, which is fine-tuning. Now, it seems that fine-tuning is more strongly expected under design than non-design. So when we update on the fact that fine-tuning exists, maybe the probability shifts to 0.75 versus 0.25. And then you would just keep updating on the updating, or do you deny that it's more expected at this point? Wait, at all?
Some fine tuning, just to like, can you explain it, Lily, though, what fine tuning is?
Do you want
Can I explain what fine?
explain it?
Whoever can.
I mean, I'm a theist. I don't think Lily is, so I think I would probably have a better understanding.
Wait, I'll tell you.
Probably give it a more fair argument, I'll be honest.
Tell your my understanding, and you tell me if this is right, okay? Isn't it just the idea that, like, everything is, like, so perfect and, like, everything would have been, like...
That is the typical...
Wait, Fluffy.
That's the typical straw man version of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We lost it on here.
Fluffy, there's certain constants of our universe, like look at the gravitational constant, look at, the constant, the electromagnetic constant, look at things like the charge of an electron, the mass of the protons, or things, certain of these features, right? Now, when you look at, I think there's about, like, ironically, I think there's like 6 to 7 different constants. Yeah. And when you look at these, it seems that there's a very, very small range that permits life. For instance, like the gravitational constant, if it was off by a magnitude of like 0.1, or it's 1 over 10 to the 23 or something like that. If it was even off by like that small of a margin, like literally atoms wouldn't be able to form, right? Like, if it was too high, then they would kind of just collapse immediately, and if it was too large, they would kind of just like drift apart, and nothing would ever be able to form. So there's factors about the expansion rate of the universe, all of these things that allow for life permitting conditions.
And if
the question is,
yeah, I'm not saying that the universe is coming to. That is a strong version of it, and all that, and some Christians do unfortunately make that blunder and use that argument. We're not saying the universe is coming to, but we say that argument.
Yeah. Okay, so the reason I can even say that is
so you just look and say that the
listening.
If is it just Detroit's argument? Because if it's Detroit's argument, I agree with you.
History being made here tonight, the EASHL. Hi, everybody. I'm James Sabalski for EA Sports, their very first game in the league.
This argument doesn't make things positive.
Yeah, just anytime.
The officials there at center, and I think we are about to get this one underway. The Nighthawks will look to go on the offensive as they win the opening draw. The Icebreakers gain possession. And that's a great defensive heads up to force the turnover. Tries to the sweet spot.
If you just say probability of fair design, like condition, probability of like running condition to fine tuning.
The Nighthawks take a 1-0 lead here in the late going to period number 1. This is a huge goal momentum-wise, isn't it?
Yeah, James, if you score a goal at the beginning of a period or at the end, it really sets the tone and temperature for your team. And it also puts your opponent back on their heels, and that's exactly what you wanted to happen. But now that the game is wide open, you're heading into intermission. So that's going to give both teams a
chance on the rush here. Oh, they can't find each other, and that's a missed opportunity.
Jordan's thunderclap zone ability is that big, booming slap shot he unloads from the point to score powerful goals. Whitney's the key blue liner, not just because he defends so well, but because he can add additional offense. I'll be keeping tabs on these players all night long, and let's see if one of them can lead their team to victory. Guys, back to you.
Oh, what a hit he got all period. Oh, by the way. Scratching and clawing is paid off as we are back to even.
Well, we're back to evens, James. I really like their game. I mean, when you're pushing, you're trying to find a way to get ahead and on top, you have to trust the process. That's exactly what they've done, and they've been rewarded for it. Well, he had me fooled. He had the goaltender fooled. Thought he might be shooting, but instead he pulls off the deke, gets the goalie to bite, and then slides it in right by the post.
In the final moments of this period, you can feel the energy in this crowd. It's a tie game. Couldn't catch up to that pass. Race for the puck here. Icing waved off on the play. Oh, and even save on the slapper. Officials are set. Players seem ready. We're ready to get this thing back underway.
Yeah, but okay, look.
Gordon's won the draw here in the defensive zone. And he takes a shot. Stopped by the goaltender. Denies him again. Puts a little mustard on the hit to knock the puck loose. They score! And the deadlock is broken as they chase the lead.
Well, that's a huge shift. You can see everyone standing up on the bench. They know how much it means, but it's the next shift that matters most now, James. You want to kind of push and put pressure on your opponent when they're down.
Puck picked up in the open ice. And he takes the dish.
Reinhardt's the true sniper, James, and he's already got 2 in the game, and you know he's looking for his third.
Here's a race for the loose puck. The Nighthawks gain control of the puck.
Anytime you get a hat trick, it's a special moment for a player, an athlete here, James. But to do it at home and have all of those caps fly out on the ice, it's a pretty special one.
The Nighthawks wanted to put a lot of pucks on net going into this one, and they have delivered on that leading late in the first. And that's intercepted. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. And he stands tall and goal. Whitney's moving the puck through his own zone. Here's a short pass to Reinhardt. From the point, they take control of it. Takes a shot. Goodness, what a save by Wagner. Now into the offensive zone from the right side. Looking to make something happen along the board. And he keeps possession. He's got a step. Can't get that one to go.
It's extremely frustrating when you do the work to get in on a breakaway and then you get nothing in return, a missed opportunity.
The Icebreakers have it now. Tosses it on to Jordan. Oh, and he throws it. Trying to shake the defender. Oh, he can't pull the trigger on the play. He scores! And he's not done yet. Wow.
No, I mean, how many more are going to come now, James? The floodgates have opened. Well, they opened a long time ago, but that puck is following him around, and every chance he gets, he's bearing it.
The Icebreakers won the draw. And now he moves it quickly to Jordan.
Yeah, it's just like, I think that those are
takes it to the net. Denies him.
Well, he's extremely dangerous when he has the puck on his stick. He's like a magician, and it's on a string. This time, though, the goaltender shuts him down.
Take it.
I don't know why they Christian. Like, this is what the skeptical theist says to the problem of evil, where they say, like, I have no idea why, it's this set of constants, why God actualized this. But it just seems that when we look at the abductive cases, fine-tuning is best explained by some sort of designer.
Yeah, but I'm still not
Yeah,
like I'm not sure how they're saying he's expected. Like
there's a
more
number
than
of
the natural
arguments that have been given for this, but I never get a chance to give them.
Goodness, it's a night for the ages on
Wait.
his part.
It really is, James. He's playing with such confidence. Every time he takes it to the net, you know that he's not going to be denied. It's in him. He's attacking, and he's buzzing all around the ice.
To be honest, I had to glaze my fellow captain if he could defend the
spot
argument.
area. James just beats the goaltender because it gets off his stick so fast.
Like I said, I think the biggest recognition give is the reason.
The Nighthawks are up big here late in the first period.
His idea of not, and then he created the.
And they grab possession of the puck after that center ice face-off. Broken up at center by Williams. And the puck hits the zone. They'll be forced to regroup at center. The Nighthawks played along the boards. Sends the pass in front. Takes a shot. Wagner's got the puck, and he's going to hang on. The Nighthawks lead it here late in this first period. They win the draw and go on the attack. Reinhardt's exploring options with the puck. On the attack along the boards. Here's a feed in front. And he shuts down a great scoring chance there. Oh, just like that, steals the puck and goes the other way. A spirited battle along the boards for the puck.
So that he could
That's a bit of a waiting game. You got to outwait your opponent. He does a great job. He reads exactly where the shooter's going to go with that one, and hey, makes a beautiful save.
Jordan's at center and ready to go. Takes a shot, and he reads it perfectly on that penalty shot.
Yeah, I love the way he was so aggressive, and he really challenged. It's a one-on-one battle, James, and he wins it.
Here in the late going to the frame. 5-1 is where we sit to this point. Thunderous shot from the back end.
This definitely wasn't a counterpoint shot. This was powerful with pace, and you have all the time in the world to load it up and walk into it. Well, the goaltender, they just can't catch up to it. He's got all the time in the world at high ice to be able to walk into that clapper, James, and if you give him that kind of time and space, he's going to bury it almost every single time.
The Nighthawks already lead it by a significant margin here late in this first period. And they've got the puck after that neutral zone faceoff. The Nighthawks scoop it up along the boards. Offside the call, will get a reset. Centers get set as they're ready to drop the puck again. During the final 60 seconds here of this first period. They've got numbers. Jordan's going to play it against the half wall. The 360 with the puck. Oh, a clutch save.
Well, the shooter's in a coveted spot on the ice, right in the middle of it with a good look, and he makes an incredible save by getting square to the puck and turning it aside.
The Nighthawks have created a lot of scoring chances so far, and they lead it late in this first period.
Aim for them, and none of them hits the actual target.
Puck is dropped, and he wins the draw here in the defensive zone. Ahead of steam now towards the front. Moves it to Jordan. It's a 2-on-1. And that rush is squashed with a strong defensive play. And uses the length of his stick to knock that puck away. Throws it in front. And he denies that great opportunity there. Starts him again. Here he is with the backhander. Oh, wow, what a great stop. Tremendous pressure here in the offensive end. And now Endo. Oh, what a chance here. Oh, and he's taking down. Penalty coming up.
When you're free and clear on a breakaway, your opponent has no choice but to take you down one way or the other, and they're going to get the chipping call, and a penalty shot's going to ensue.
Jordan's got the puck, and here he comes.
be like,
Takes a shot. Big save and breathe a sigh of relief. The Nighthawks have capitalized on their scoring opportunities and lead comfortably here late in the first. And they take possession off the draw here at their own end. Good hit to bump above the puck.
Like, there's something.
And there it is, the final horn.
Maybe the monkey switched minds with humor.
First game, first victory.
And it's really important, James, that they take a moment to celebrate it and embrace it. I mean, wins go by too quickly, and when it's the first ever, you have to find a way to appreciate the moment.
She's given the standardized argument against it, which is it tends to find things that there are stories because like it was like when we put if it was like she kind of locked it. Where it's like
gets me excited. The sound of giants.
You just don't understand everything right now, right? So that's just an appeal to ignorance.
Let's start a riot. We could start a riot.
Like, imagine me saying that. I mean, that's more like, that is actually, that literally almost falls into the definition of like a science of the gaps argument.
What do you think? What do you think the objection?
You're just saying that like maybe there is like maybe it's if I'm going off what Rancho was saying, this is, to be fair, this is what Rancho was saying. Not necessarily forcing.
Go off of what I'm saying.
You didn't correct Rancho, so I don't know if he's correct. Okay, Rancho was stating that in the sense that I explained it the way I did. Well, I want to, because you're responding to what I just said, I want to give you the reason why I respond what I said, because me just replying back to you doesn't tell you the context of what I want.
Ending in 10 minutes, by the way. I'm ending in 10 minutes. Ending in...
this one.
I'm just gonna sit with
The Nighthawks will start with the puck as they win the opening faceoff here. Here we go, 2-on-1. Oh, spectacular save to shut down the rush. Takes it to the front.
It would be based on the fact that you have these set of constants, right, which would indicate that the probability of theory, if you go down the line of like whether it's intentional, whether
well, hands, and more hits on that play.
Magic miss, James, and you know it is so difficult to bend when you pull the puck in tight to your feet, and man, this was a clinic. But after the deke, the ability to finish too, all the way around, textbook.
Here in the late goings of the period, 1-0 is where we sit at this point. And now he moves it to Jordan. And a breakaway.
I would just say that what they would do is
He got the window.
He might have a step here.
as they would look at the other
When you're seeing them, you're just like you're just saying, hey, actually, if I put this down.
You don't have elite hands like this if you don't work on him, James. And you know he's put in the work because when he gets into these spots, he's got poise and patience with the puck. He can dangle with the best of them. And it's shown right there on that goal.
The Nighthawks have to be feeling good about their game after what we've seen for the better part of this opening frame here, Cheryl.
Yeah, they doubled down and got their second goal here, James. They really pressed and loved their tempo. And when I was an athlete, I didn't like the intermission at this time. You're on all cylinders. Everyone's firing, and now you got to go sit. Coach's job, leadership in the room to keep them fired up for the second.
Moves it quickly over to Jordan. Steps into all of that. Moves it to the middle. And that doesn't connect. The Nighthawks gain control of the puck against the wall. The Icebreakers will play for the defensive zone. And tries to make a diagonal pass to Dupuis. All alone. On the play.
This is a great play by the tender to anticipate and get across to make that save.
Great reflex on display tonight on his part. He's got a step. Oh, absolutely. Penalty shot coming up here.
5 minutes left. 5 minutes left.
One-on-one with the goalie. Puts it on net. Oh, and that shuts down on the penalty shot.
Yeah, and he shuts it down. And what I like about this is the confidence and aggressive nature of his positioning. He challenges the top of his crease and tracks that puck perfectly.
Saunders quick on the draw. Slides the puck over. Dupuy's got it in the defensive end. Feeds it on over to Saunders. Can't keep a hold of the puck after that play. Denies him on the play. And a penalty's coming up on the play.
He's ahead of the pack here off to the races, and he gets taken down from behind, and that's going to be a penalty shot tripping all day long.
That's not an answer to the question. Why is it expected under the view? The question is, why is it expected under theism that God would find me two in the world?
Because if I look at the hypothesis that I provide, and then I look at the hypothesis, and like I said, I don't have a structured argument.
But
if I take the structured argument, and I don't know if my notes are right, we can actually go back to this. Paris, Lily, when I actually have everything in front of me, I'm going to show you how this goes down. I was just
3 minutes left.
A baseline structure of what this.
I'm not rejecting
It is not doing anything in the question. The question that matters is what explains. It's an inference to this explanation. Looking at these particular things, what
the presumption.
When physics makes the data, is it best explained better than non-theist, or is just non-intentional? Or is it the fact that or the data better explained by an intentional being? That's what it's going to be.
Presumption here is that what is expected to create a world which I don't know if nature is. There's a presupposition in the argument.
It's your Adidas.
Just that there's just preload you to like knock down like the ps4. That's too much. The idea that is on the same data setting state what best explains.
That's great.
I don't think either of our worldview. It seems like you just want to like latch on and like throw your worldview into there and just make something up.
She's using the sort of principle of the difference that we were using before, right? Remember how we started off by saying probability of design on design is 50-50, right? We just import that over. What she's saying is assuming nothing about the nature of this designer, assuming no background information about, the designer's motives and stuff like that. We have this evidence, and this evidence is, these numbers are arranged in a certain configuration. And she's just asking, why would I ever suspect that these numbers being arranged in this way is more expected on the design hypothesis than the non-hypothesis?
Would not, but because the arguments that are given to the contrary don't do as good as a job of explaining them as they're less probable. That's what
that's the next question.
That's literally
the question. That's the question as to why we should do, because she's giving an argument as to, okay, think about the way fine-tuning is generally. Prior probability of atheist or design and non-design, roughly 50-50. Probability of life-permitting conditions conditional on design is greater than the probability of life-permitting conditions conditional on non-design. Life-permitting conditions exist. Conclusion is going to be probability of design conditional on life-permitting conditions is greater than probability of design or non-design. Conditional on life-permitting conditions.
They actually get that right through. And you look at the actual data that you provided, and you look which theory best explains the data. That is something in philosophy that I know maybe this isn't really run out into like lives. But most philosophers, or at least most philosophy of religion, like debaters, recognize these type of arguments. Like it's not just like betting this like on a vinegar. Like it's
that's the thing. I agree. Like when you look at the papers that have been published on fine-tuning, or just like maybe some of the major proponents. Like look at people like Detroyer for friction, who's published his own argument. Like what's the name of Bentham's book? It's like Adelstein. Yeah, Matthew Adelstein. Like Adelstein.
All right.
There was an actual book that was written. I'll have to get it to you. Right?
All right.
But there was an actual book that was written on this.
Yeah, we can keep going with the conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I left that pretty long enough. I've been live for quite a long time. I'm gonna end.
everybody. I'm James Cebulski for EA Sports. Big night at one end of the ice as they get set to play their first game in the EA SHL. Yeah, you can just feel the buzz of this city all day long, and we are seconds away now for this opening faceoff. The Icebreakers get off to a good start as they win the opening faceoff. Oh, it stays out. He got a piece of that one.
Man, is this ever his shot? He just knows how to get it through to the net when he's from distance. He's got that long-range wrister. We can thank Sick Technology for helping him get there, but it's the quick release. He opens up the lane, and he finds a path to the net.
Nice speed at center, moves up ahead now. Shot! And that charms off a body in the lane. That opportunity's rejected. Unable to reach that one. Taken along the wall by Quick. Through the neutral zone and into the offensive end. And that one's turned away. The Aces will play it in their own end. Drives to the crease. Solid hit on the play. Kaiser's going to hang on to the puck for a whistle. Getting into the later stages of this period. Still scoreless in this one. McDavid's won the draw here, and they'll go on the attack. Quick pass to Saunders. How about this? 3-on-1. Oh, and it's offside as the official stops the play. Centers glide into the dots. We're ready to get things back going again. Nova Scotia's going to start off with the puck here in the neutral zone after winning that faceoff. Grabs the puck here in the neutral zone. Grabs control of it at the point. And it's a quick pass to McDavid. The Icebreakers will play the puck from behind the net.
Go, go, go.
In all alone on the breakaway! Scores! Absolutely critical finish on the breakaway!
All the way down the ice, James. The ability to get away from the pack, look over his shoulder, know where everyone is, and then that clean finish. Unbelievable goal.
The Icebreakers finally get the game's first goal here in the late goings of this frame. What are they doing right here, Cheryl?
Well, I think they're being aggressive, James. I mean, they've got that attack mentality. They're not sitting back, and now that they put one in, it's about staying the course. They'll need to get to this intermission and talk about continuing to push towards that end goal.
Here they are on the attack. Stopped by the goaltender, getting a piece of that one. Goes full circle with the puck. And that's knocked away in the defensive end by Lee. And he makes the save on that play. And that's picked up by McDavid. From the point, looks to make something happen. Here's a chance in front. Off a stick, and they can't connect. Quick feed to Quick. And that's just out of reach. The Icebreakers take over on possession. Streaking through center, they go on the attack. Breakaway! It's in the back of the net! He scores!
They're striking quickly. 2 goals in 50 seconds, James.
Cheryl, you stress consistently. Keep your feet moving on the ice, and that pays off.
Well, they got the pedal to the metal right now. They're like a freight train. Well, he does a great job of exploiting the weakness of the coverage, and he finds a way to break away from the pack. He's in on the breakaway, James, and what a battle it is. It's one that he wins, and he drives the puck home.
Here in the late goings of the period, the Icebreakers now lead by 2. And makes the save.
Quick's made an incredible play there, James. He stumbles in front of the net, but finds the puck and could have lost it, but manages to stay with it enough to get a shot off.
And that plays offside. We got a... face-off coming up. The Icebreakers are holding down the lead here late in this first period. They have looked really good offense. One team set for their maiden voyage here in the EASHL. Hi, everybody. I'm James Cebulski. Welcome to a fun night here on EA Sports. Enough talk, enough hype. Let's do this. Your first period is set to go. The Nighthawks win the draw, and they'll start on the attack. And he slides it quickly to Quick. And the officials waving off icing here. Unloads it. No room for that one to get through. Sends it down low. Hard hit frees up the puck. Goods lugging the puck. Trying to shake the defender. He's clear. He scores! What a shot!
Well, this breakaway is perfectly executed, James. He knows his bread and butter is his great shot, and he sees an opening, and he takes it.
Puck scooped up by Harper. Poked away by Good. The Icebreakers have it on the offensive end. For the low slot. Great save from in tight.
Well, he makes an incredible save on a point-blank shot here, James. I love the way he's aggressive, he's competitive, and he wins the battle.
And he came up with a solid stop on that play.
Well, he's out battling his opponent right now. He is so dialed in. He's tracking the puck, making save after save. It's about time his team starts working in front of him.
Late goings of this period. The Icebreakers lead it 1-0. And off the draw, they win the faceoff. And that's picked off in the neutral zone. Here we go, 2-on-1. Handles the puck. Fires it on net. Huge stop by Carter. Oh, it stops him again.
Man, is he ever quick on his feet, anticipating the play. Excellent reflexes. He's saving his team right now.
And that's intercepted by Harper.
They cannot be able to
Here they come on the attack. And the goaltender comes up with a piece of it to keep it out of the net. Harper's got it along the wing. Great use of the stick in the defensive end by Williams. And that's out of reach and out of the offensive zone. Shot! Oh, and somehow he gets a sliver of it and keeps him at bay. Goods got the puck in his own zone. Sends the pass in front. Can't get the shot off.
Two quick goals in the minute 30, James.
Quick response back-to-back here, and the team is humming.
Man, talk about putting your opponent on their heels.
It keeps going, right? It keeps going.
That's just a beautiful, deceptive shot. Most goaltenders are going to give you their glove hand and want you to challenge there. But instead, the shooter makes a great read and beats the goaltender high stick side.
The Icebreakers have controlled this game here in the first period. More shots, more goals. Harper's into the offensive zone now on the attack. The Icebreakers take possession in the neutral zone. Here they come on the attack. Oh, can't finish.
Well, he can't finish, but a great...
There's the whistle. Look at this penalty shot. And it's go time. Here's a chance. Scores! And that's three. It's a hat trick here on the road.
Well, old hat for him in a way because it's a business-like approach as he's on the road. He just says, yeah, just bring it. I mean, gets a hattie to boot.
The Icebreakers have a big lead already here as we near the end of period number one. They have certainly come to shine tonight. Oh, he got all of that. Oh, by Wagner.
Well, the shooter's going to run out of real estate because he does a great job of getting on the top of the crease and taking it.
Oh, wow, look at this. Across the line.
What? I got that. Stupid.
What a counter-attack and brilliant speed to get on his horse and get in on the breakaway, James, and that momentum carries right through on his shot and he puts it home.
But anyway, why is it so stop trying to furniture things, okay?
Here in the later stages of this period,
if you have any questions, there should be a clarifying question, just to clarify the context of the question. So my question is
center, they take control of the
why is it okay to
allow along the half wall? A chance! Spectacular stop by the goaltender. How did he hang on to that?
5 minutes before. So let's say the green is even out. It's about to come out.
The Icebreakers have created a lot of scoring chances tonight, and they lead it here late in the first.
That's an absurdity. Okay, it doesn't say it's response versus things.
Good, won it off the faceoff. Post it away to stay on the attack. He's got a little jump. Header on the attack. Denied on the play. Wow! And another stop.
You can certainly tell that the goaltender is dialed in on that last sequence of saves, James. He's to position, so he finds a way to make multiple saves back-to-back.
Great use of the stick at center by Williams. Picks up the puck in his own end. Oh, he saved it! Oh, my goodness, what a stop!
Oh, that's unbelievable, James. I have no idea how he got to that puck. It's some gymnastics at its finest.
Whitney's able to study his team defensively and still contribute points. Harper's heat-seeker zone ability allows him to wrist shots past goaltenders from a long distance with incredible accuracy. Let's see if one of these stars can give their team the upper hand in this matchup. Back to you now.
Dumps it in. Yep. The Nighthawks have it now. Tremendous hit pick on the play. On-man rush. Picked up along the boards by Good. Moves the puck. And look who's had it again.
Well, you don't replicate these nights very often, James. You gotta appreciate them when you get them and continue to pad the stats.
The Icebreakers have come to play with some jump in their step tonight. Look at the shots on goal. They've generated an already lead comfortably nearing the end of the first.
Wagner's last save was absolutely incredible, James. Not only was it
Picking up ahead of Steve. Trying to break away. Oh, this is a net.
Oh, that's a tough one, James, when you're in that spot and you're unable to put...
And they're calling for a penalty shot. Goaltender takes a deep breath, and here we go. Fires it, and he missed the net.
Oh, the body language says it all. You're one-on-one with the goaltender. You got to make it count.
The Icebreakers have been the better team so far in this first period. They've had multiple scoring opportunities, and as a result have the lead. And the puck leaves the offensive end. They'll be forced to do it over from center. Whitney's got the puck through the neutral zone. Clock ticking down here inside the first period. Puck bounces into the bench and we'll get a face-off. Just here in the late stages of this frame, the Icebreakers have made this a thrashing with their latest goal. Goods won it. The Nighthawks get a hold of it. They've got numbers here. Moves it to the middle. What a chance, but that goes off target from the in front.
Go.
The Nighthawks pick up steam and are on the attack. There's the whistle as the play was offside. Both teams are set. They're ready to drop the puck. And after the draw at center, they've got a hold of the puck. Broken up in the neutral zone by Quick. And he'll take a step back here deep inside his own zone. Carrying the puck deep inside his own end. He takes a moment to backtrack but maintains possession. Great reach by Williams. Cut to the point. Oh, what a slick stop by Kaiser. The final horn sounds. Well, he came, he saw, and he conquered between the pipes tonight. What a performance, earning a shutout.
Well, yeah, and it's deserved. I mean, he had to make some key saves to still get that goose egg, James. But I just love this battle and this compete. He made it look easy tonight.
That's good. Between C1 and C2. I think it's sort of big between C1 and C2. I understand, but I'm trying to just... I understand that I'm doing that now because she's trying to be rhetorical. I'm being rhetorical, so it is what it is. Right?
Thank you so much, Scott, for insulting my intelligence, assuming you didn't understand.
Yeah, okay, still better.
Understand something.
The thing is, yes, my dear. I'm not trying to leave you. I'm a reactive person. I'm simply reacting to. It's just a function. Like you don't understand your function. So why would you tell me it's not understanding that? You want to do with your it's you okay? It doesn't matter. It's all I was saying. This is a monster sort of nature. This is why pro-life and pro-choice are against each other. It's because you're not acknowledging circumstances for which there's a life like that. Third person, which is baby with a as separate from his mother herself. There are three beginning of life cycle. Right? Third the mother, which then creates the third life, which is the baby within the womb. You know? Yeah. Okay. So my question is, if a mother wants to keep her child, does this mean that it's automatically a baby? But if she doesn't want to keep a child, it's not a baby anymore? So it still means it's the same. It's a baby. It's an infant, it's not a baby. Yeah. It's so much better. When it's born, it's an infant. Yeah. Well, but you've been using the term baby this whole time. You use the word child.
Yeah.
It's an umbrella term. Does it matter? You said it was child, then you said it was parasite. Now you're saying it's child. Would you disagree?
Yes, I would absolutely disagree. I'm 47 years old and I am my mother's child.
You're a mother's daughter.
Yeah, I'm her child.
Okay. It's really
Her offspring. I am her baby.
My oldest child is legally an adult, but he is still my child, and I still call him child.
Bro, you of all people have been using words idiosyncratically, which just means in a way that nobody else understands. Okay. So, it's just...
You have to.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay, again. So you don't have to clarify that it's half.
If you know what she's trying to say, that's fine. Right? I mean, if she clarifies, like, okay, this is what I mean by this, but she doesn't use these words.
Excuse me? Yes. There's never a stage of human development that is great.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to EA Sports. I'm James Cebulski. Well, here we go. The debut performance in the EA SHL.
I see why y'all switched so much.
teams look ready to go, as does the official. Let's bring it on. The Nighthawks start things off on the right note by winning the opening draw. And he slides it quickly to good. And sends it just out of reach. Here's a chance. Turned aside. Here's a shot. Oh, and he makes another save.
I don't know why that's relevant.
Not sure if anyone's helping him out there, but he's dialed in and doing it all himself, making consecutive saves.
Yeah, you already know how old I am. What's the point?
Fantastic save. My goodness, they are really starting to dial up the pressure here now. Wait. And the team come up with it in their own end. On the breakaway. Let it go. Makes the save.
Oh, and this is a great save. You can see this one.
It's a 2-on-1.
No, there's no reason for you to know any of that.
Offside as the official stops the play.
Drop?
Quick, good at finding the net with a long-range wrister.
I don't want to be uncomfortable. Do you need to be dropped?
I'm 21,
Evans known
but
for
I'm punchless.
pickpocketing puck carriers and sending the play the other way. That's his yoink zone ability, guys, and he's so good at it. Those are two players I'm going to watch closely to see if one of them could be a difference maker.
What a snipe, James. And that got up in a hurry and just sends the water bottle flying. You know, the goaltender doesn't like that, but the shooter, I'm telling you, that one feels pretty terrific.
In the final moments of this period, 1-0 to score. Evans got the puck. And that's broken up.
Babies.
Finally, the defender.
You know who a baby wants, right? Basically ourselves. No, I actually love myself. Actually, I was actually a great baby, actually. But you hate yourself. That's crazy. I just said I don't hate babies. I just said I don't care for them.
Receives the pass. The Icebreakers gain possession along the wall.
So they both benefit each other, right? Like the baby would benefit the mother would recover. So there's another plus for the Harrison where it gives a fetal cells with the heart that help repair the uterine tissue with breast cancer. So those are just a few. And the mother benefits by giving oxygen and nutrients.
Right, but there's more negatives to positives.
So what are the negatives?
Body.
Why is it that the negatives walk away the most? Well, like, that's what you're saying.
I'm giving you in any scenario, like, okay, there's more positives to this surgery than there was going to be negatives. You'd say, okay, that's positive, but there's more negatives. Even if there is a few positives, and we look at the list of positives versus negative, it's not going to be. I wouldn't argue that that's still a positive relationship, even if it is only two positives, and the rest are negatives. That's what I'm saying. Like,
and that's broken up with a stick in front.
Coming out and
Drives it to the crease.
Positives in this are guaranteed, and the risks that you could name are not guaranteed.
I would say the negatives also are guaranteed. Like, for example, like when you're going through pregnancy, right? Whether it's C-section or, pushing it out, no matter what, there is no way around it. Your, body down there or your stomach, muscles, whatever, will be altered. That's the same with abortion, though. Abortion doesn't prevent that.
No.
Yeah, and they've been chopping at the bit. Now they've got their opponent on their heel. They need a quick change here and find a way to continue the momentum.
Maybe I'm saying with like the effects to like the altering of her physical body up to
Does the same thing with abortion. What are you talking about?
Dictated pace right from puck drop, and they've held possession, and it's the reason why they have a majority of shots on goal, and they've been rewarded for their efforts, James. Good's able to corral that pass. He's got the puck on his stick. You know he's dangerous. He's got two in the game, and he's looking for another.
Ref blows the whistle as the puck's covered up. Here in the late going of the frame, the Nighthawks have all the momentum right now, leading by 2. Back underway as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. Moves it to the middle. Scores! What a finish on the play!
James, this is just an absolute clinic and body position, how to roll off your coverage, and it's perfectly executed as he doesn't have much time to get the one-timer off, but he gets the stick available and he executes.
The Nighthawks already lead it by a significant margin here late in this first period. Face off here in the neutral zone, and we are back underway. Denied by the goaltender.
Whenever he's got the puck on his stick from distance, he is a threat. He is known for that long-range wrister, James, because he has a knack for finding the back of the net with it. It is seeing eyes. This time it doesn't go in, but it gets steered aside.
The Nighthawks get a hold of the puck in their own end. Here he is in the open ice on the breakaway. Scores! And 3 is the magic number. There's the hat trick.
And I think there's going to have to be an extra stoppage in play here as they collect all of the hats on the ice at home.
The Nighthawks have been rewarded with the lead here late in this first period with all the shots they put on net. Taken by Lee. All alone. Makes the save.
Oh, and this is a great save, James. The goaltender gets to the top of his crease, makes himself look huge, and is extremely aggressive to be able to make that stop.
It's in! He scores! Both teams are set. We'll drop the puck here. The Nighthawks take possession after that neutral zone face-off. Great pressure to force the turnover by Dupuis. And that carries off a stick. And we'll get a breather here with offside the call. Here in the late goings of the period, the Nighthawks have recently extended their lead, and it is a blowout. The Icebreakers win the draw here in the neutral zone. Slides the cross-ice pass. Coming to the front of the net. Blocked in traffic. Big play inside the defensive zone. Shoot! The Nighthawks move the puck in the defensive zone. And they'll go the other way with it. Great play by Dupuis. Now a quick pass to Lee. And he comes up with a stop there. And the puck stopper hangs on to get a breather here for the team.
It's just good. Feminine.
The Nighthawks are up big here late in the first period. And nearing the final 60 seconds of this opening stanza. He might have a step here. Stop on the breakaway. Good, got it in the offensive zone.
I just said that you can be tighter if you wanted to.
Here's a chance. Wow, what a step by Kaiser. He's got a little jump. All alone. Let it go.
Different things.
The Nighthawks wanted to put a lot of pucks on net going into this one, and they have delivered on that, leading late in the first. And off the face-off, they take possession. And he gives it over to Good. Can't get a hold of that pass. Cuts into the paint. Oh, much respect as he blocks that one. And now he moves it quickly to Good. Take it! Shot! Big time stop!
Good, big, incredible play right there. I mean, he's stumbling. He looks like he's going to fall almost, but he's off balance, and that's the key. The puck isn't exactly where he wants it, but he still manages to find a way to get a shot off.
Denied by Lehman.
Rebound control is critical in the game of hockey. Putting it to the corner, and now the offense.
What a goal!
That's fast, James. A pair of goals in 40 seconds.
Anybody who just got up for a quick snack is probably looking at the scoreboard going, what happened?
Well, don't blink. The game can change in an instant.
Absolutely. Both teams readying here for the face-off.
You expand your castle, upgrade buildings, manage resources, and turn it into a real home.
They're obviously not the result they wanted in their EASHL debut, but you know what? I think there's a lot to work with here.
Well, there really is. I mean, there was moments within the game where you could really see it. They just weren't crisp in their execution. It can be frustrating for a team when you put all of that preparation into it to not get the result that you want. They'll need to refocus and reset for their next game.
Telling her she told me too much. It was nothing.
Just take the maid program. They're killing system.
people, many of whom are not even terminally ill. Church burnings, anti-Christian persecution, infanticide.